Welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to work on the overhead bed. We're going to do some more work to the shower, and then we're going to put the boards in front of the door. Let's get to work and see what we can get done. Okay, what we're going to do is start working on the overhead bed. And right here in this corner right there, there's 4x4s inside the wall on this side. And I also put 4x4s inside the wall on that side. And right here on this side of the window, the hardwood 2x4 going down, and on the other side is the same thing inside the wall, and that's going to hold the ETRACK that we're going to install. That is going to hang the bed from the ceiling. Let's get to putting them in place and see what we can get done. And if we have time, we'll go get some pegs and start cutting a hole in this wall and running the plumbing for the shower. Let's get to work. Okay, you can see right there where I've got one of the track holders up there. And I've got 3-inch lag bolts going through the wall into the 4x4s that I mounted on each side. You can see that one. That's the one on the other side. It has 3-inch lag bolts in it also. And the top will go on that, and it'll be up out of the way where you can walk underneath it and go out the door, hopefully without any problems. They'll also have some down lower, down here, when we get those installed, and we will just kind of pull them out and lower it and as we go. And that's where the ones are going to be for the front. I have to cut them. They're going to have to be altered so that the way that we're putting a 2x6 in the front, and it'll be 2x4s running down each side. Let's get to cutting and see how it works out. Okay, now let's go in to where the saw is and start cutting the side pieces that run down through there. And let's get them cut, measured, just kind of set them up there to see exactly where they're going to go. Let's get it done. That's about what it's going to look like. That's the side rails. The mattress will actually set on top of those. And the front, I'm holding the 2x4 up there. It's just one for the other side. It's going to be a 2x6. It'll kind of help hold the mattress up in there where we're going to put it. Let's go ahead and get them finished marking them out and put them in place. Okay, those look good for the two side pieces, the 2x4s. Now I'm laying the 2x6 on the sawhorses. I'm going to go ahead and cut that and put it up there and see what it's going to look like. Let's get it measured out, get it cut, and set it up in place and see what it looks like.
See it. Modifying our ETRACK to make our bed fit right.
Okay, what I'm having to do right now is take a grinder with a cutoff wheel on it and cut these E-brackets. Cut a section of it off so that we can get the 2x6 fitting in there on the front, so that we'll be able to lift the bed up and lower it back down when we need to. Let's get it cut and see if they work. Okay, here we are with the frame built. We still have to put some cross pieces in it. We've made it where we can lift it up off the ETRACK, and the ETRACK will actually unlock and come down, and we'll have other ones mounted like right here at the sleeping position, and the whole bed will lower down and lock into there. So when it's in the sleeping position, it'll be about right here, and then in the non-sleeping, it'll be way up here. But it's sturdy, so we will put the cross pieces in there, try to fit the mattress in there, and we'll go from there and see what we can get done. That right there is the way they looked on both sides. And to get that 2x6 and the 2x4 on the back the way that we did it, I had to cut this. You saw where I cut, that's what I cut off so that it would fit in there like that. And then it's got lag bolts going into the hardwood 2x6 I put inside this wall when we built these walls. And then when we built these, like I said, I put the 4x4s inside here. But that's the way that one is. And this will just lift up out of there. And that one will just lift up out of there. And then we just move that E-bracket brace down to the lower piece right there and lock it in. And then we just lower the whole bed down. It's pretty easy to do. I've done it by myself, but two people can do it really easy with no problems. But that's how we raise it up and down. But you can see how close it is to the ceiling when it's just up in storage where we can walk out the door. You can see I'm walking under it right now and got plenty of room to walk out the door. So that's what it is. Okay, now we just finished up the upper bunk or bed, whatever you want to call it, that goes all the way across the back side. With this mattress, we're probably going to get a mattress that's a couple inches shorter than this. A memory foam. This is 8. We're going to get a 6-inch, so to give them a little more room up there. But you can see the bracket back there, and there's one here, and then also like that. And this whole bed, the E-tracks will unlock and slide up there. It's not the easiest thing, but two people can do it with no problem. But then you see down here, we've got plenty of room down here too, between the top and the bottom bed, and we can still see out the window. So that's what we've got done so far. Now we're gonna, with the mattress on there, we're gonna raise it up to the top level, the non-use level, and we're gonna see how that turns out. So we'll be back with you in a few minutes. Okay, you can see right here, that's the braces we put on this side. It's got 1.5-inch screws that go all the way through. They're up here into this. This is thick metal. It will not, I can't bend it with my hands. It's fairly thick, but it's got 2 screws that go into the outside 2x6 out here, 1.5 inches, and they're all the way across because she didn't want to be able to see the screws from the outside. So I got these brackets to nail up to hold the 2x4 slats on this side, and you can see she wanted it to be clean wood, so I put those brackets on there. On this side though, this is actually a 2x6 on this side. I mean a 2x4. I just screwed them straight in to the board. You really can't see it, but I screwed them straight into the board. You can see one right there. But it's 2x4 on that side so that the mattress can actually sit on top of it. And then we wanted a little bit of something to help hold the mattress in there, so that's why I put a 2x6 on the front side of it. But you can see that's how we built it. And then we had a thicker mattress in there. It was really 8.5 inches thick, and she bought this one. I think this one's a 5-inch mattress, and it works out just perfect. It gets it up there where we can walk under it with no problem at that height, and then we'll put it down to those for him to sleep in. But that's the bed finished up. Now we're gonna get to work on cutting the hose in the shower for the knobs and the control the water to the shower. Let's get with it. Now going into the shower, where the little ribs are on the tin, the galvanized tin, I bought some stuff that goes on a roof. I was gonna put it in there, and when you see the handles right here, when you put them up there and it pulls all the way in, it wouldn't let it go all the way through the wall enough to put the nuts on out here to hold it in there. So we measured it and just cut the little ribs off from the 2 spots. And then when you put it in there, it pulls up like that, which looks good. I mean, you really can't tell it when we caulk around it, but it leaves plenty of room out here to put the nuts on to hold it on there. The other ones you could put, the nuts will fit on there, hold it on there, but there wasn't any room for any kind of piping to go on there. So that's where that's at. And then it'll run down the wall and underneath where the counter is going to, the cabinet down here, the bottom cabinet's going to be, that's where the water pump and the hot water heater will be mounted down there. And there's the wire for the 12-volt water pump. And we're just going to run a whole new wire under the camper and come up probably through that hole you see right there with the caulk around it. And that will be the power for the actual water heater. But I think that will work just fine, work out just fine. And also there's already, that wire runs over to a switch for the water pump. It's one of those, so that will work out just fine. Let's get to work and get that on and get it mounted up. Okay, now you can see, now that I got the handles, got them cut when I caulk in there. I mean, that looks good right there. And I'll caulk it up and seal it up real good. And then we run the hot and cold, and this will adjust it on, off, however it needs to be, and then it runs up here. Runs down, and then you have a shower head. It goes up here and it clicks right there, and you can take it off of there if you want to. And we like this one because she picked it out. Once you get the water set to what temperature you want it on and don't want to just get wet, soap up, you can flip that and turn the water flow off. And then you can wash it off and then just flip it back on and rinse off, turn it back off, and you're done. That way it can conserve the water. We've got to finish this up. We'll probably finish this up tomorrow and start running the water lines and stuff like that to go ahead and plumb it all in. And then we're going to start putting the cabinets up and building the bottom cabinet. That'll be the next thing we do. Okay, you can see today we're working on finishing up the plumbing for the shower. There's the knobs, and then it'll have the piece on top right there that goes to the shower head. Out here, you can see I had to notch these boards out a little bit, just very little. But that's how we did it there. It's CPVC running down, and then I'll change it to PEX down here. Run PEX down and over here under where it's going to hook to the water pump and the sink and all that. So that's what we're working on today. I wanted to show you, she didn't like the way that wall was, so we redesigned it and put studs from top to bottom down so that those, now the pipes can come straight down and over here under the sink where the water heater and the water pump will be. And then the countertop is going to come up to here, and I'm going to make a little door where we can access the plumbing inside there, where we can just put some sheetrock screws or something in to hold it, so we can access that. So that's that. It's as soon as we get the rest of the stuff in, so we can get the plumbing out, we can go ahead and put that wall back and finish that wall completely up. Okay, now I was going to show you what we've done. Finish this wall up here. All I like is one little strip by that door, but got the vents in. See, there's a vent on this side. I just got an AC vent from Home Depot, but there's a vent on this side. Finish this wall up. Got it where I can pop that right back off and finish the plumbing that'll come out down here under the counter where the sink and hot water heater and pumps and all that stuff's going to be. Finish this wall in here. This is in the bathroom by the toilet area. See, there's the door. So finish that wall up and put a vent on this side, so when that AC blows out of there, it blows straight out of the AC unit, straight into the top of this wall right here. So when we get a door up here, even though it's just going to be a accordion door, the air just goes right here, hits that, and then it flies over there somewhere. Now there's a vent where the air will hit and go down, because I got them turned up, and then in here they're turned down, so the air will come in here. So I'm gonna turn the air conditioner on in a minute and see how that works. But that's what we've gotten done so far. She's still in there working on, she's working on the entrance door here, putting the wood flooring in around finishing that trim up. But we got this done, and we got several things to hang the cabinets up and build the doors and stuff for the cabinets. We're not gonna do that today because it's already late, but we got stuff to do that. And then we've about got to figure out exactly how we're gonna build this bottom cabinet with the countertop and stuff. We just have to wait until we get a refrigerator, which we looked at a few, they were out. We're gonna go tomorrow and try to see if we can find one somewhere else, the size that she's wanting to put in here. So when we do that, we'll start on the bottom cabinet. That's what we've done. Let's get to something else. Okay, also in this video, finished up this right here. We just need to kind of darken it in with some markers, some furniture markers, but it's in there. And got finished up. We changed this wall inside this wall so that the plumbing will go straight down. So we'll put some more of those 1x3s in there. And then I just kind of got it laid out to where the sink's gonna fit in there. I'm trying to lay it out. There's the water heater, the water pump, and there's the refrigerator. It may come down just a little bit further, the refrigerator, but this is where all this stuff's gonna come to. So now that I've got it laid out and I know what the measurements are, that's how high the top of that tape line right there is going to be the top of the counter that goes all the way around. We got to put this wall back up, and then it's marked right there at the top of the counter. So that's probably what we'll do around the end of this week. And this weekend we're going to work all weekend on it because we're taking it camping for the first time in 2 weeks to my sister's farm, and we're going to try it out. So we got to get this done. Let's get to work. Okay, over here at this messy workstation, she is working on these wooden crates, boxes. That's what we're going to make the cabinets out of. She pulled these off. We're going to make the door a hinged door that hinges down over from the top. It hinges, you got to lift it up to get in there. And she's going to put magnets on there to hold it closed so it don't fly open. That's going to be it for this video. In the next video, you'll see us use what she's working on here for the cabinets and the drawers. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And I hope you got something out of here that would help you in your project. Once again, thank you, and keep moving forward.